What if I told you you could start the easiest business there is right now online and get your first money and your first sales within 30 to 90 days of starting it? In this video, I will take you through all the steps from beginning to end, what the business is about and how to get customers for it so you can start today. So let's get started. Just to start with some basics, the fundamental business principle is that you have to get attention via marketing and afterwards sales to get customers. So you have to turn eyeballs and people into customers that pay you for your product or service. Now, in this business, you want to build a monthly recurring revenue business with a highly engaged audience. So why is that important? Because right now you see all the subscription-based businesses online, like Spotify, Netflix, everything is all turning into subscription-based because it gives you a monthly recurring revenue stream that you can use to build other products, other services, build your business bigger and long-term for growth. So you want to have a business model that is monthly recurring revenue and has a highly engaged audience that you can interact with. Also, you want to have committed customers. So you want to have customers that are committed to your product or your service, so they actually use it, give you feedback for it, let you know how you can improve the product for them, and work with you one-on-one or one-to-many, however your product is structured. So first of all, you want to get as many eyeballs as possible. What do I mean with eyeballs? So eyeballs is the attention you can get online. The best place for that is social media. Social media currently is a really underpriced attention still. There are a lot more consumers on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, also as well LinkedIn and X than there are creators. So there is still underpriced attention that you can get that are up for grabs for everyone, and then you can turn your audience into customers. Once you get their attention, you want to bring them into your ecosystem, because on the social media platforms, those eyeballs are just rented. Even if they follow you, if they disable your account, you don't have the following anymore. But nobody can take away email addresses from you. So you want to get people into your ecosystem by getting them to give you their email address. How do you do that? You build a lead magnet. A lead magnet can be anything you focus on in your niche. So one example could be if you're a lumberjack, you could do an axe sharpening tutorial that you give people for free in return for their email address. Afterwards, they will get added to your newsletter that you use for your email marketing. And after that, you use your newsletter weekly to solve a problem from your customer, your potential customer, and then you promote your product in the end. So it's a simple template you can use for each email. You can use your subject line first, then your problem that you want to state, then you tell a story, why you can relate to this problem, how you discovered this problem, how you turned around and solved the problem, and then in the end you give your lesson you learned from this, from your transformation or from somebody else, some book you read or a quote you had heard or anything that you know is true and you've consumed and that's come across your desk that you can use to solve their problem. Because if the customer's problem gets solved, they don't worry about who it came from, because the last point of contact was between you and them. So they will thank you for giving them the information they needed. It's a complicated way of the principle of reciprocity. So they will feel in debt to you afterwards. After some time, and you will build up trust over time. And at the end of each email, you will put a CTA that links to your landing page, where you have a VSL, a video sales letter, that sells your product, and a landing page that's really simple. You can have a look at mine. It's just an example. There are a lot of different templates you can use online from also other people. And then you will use this attention you can get to your landing page to drive sales. I use a qualification call, but if you don't need a qualification call, I recommend you structure your product so you don't need one. But for me, for example, it's really important that I have a qualification call, because I want to have really committed customers that are engaged and they want to really try to grow the community. So after that, you will have a landing page. Now, back to the start. I told you that you want to have a monthly recurring revenue business and a highly engaged community and a committed community. So how can I build out the product for that? It's really, really simple. You want to build a community online, for example, on the platform School that I use for my clients, to get together the audience that is engaged because they have to commit to you. And then you have a platform there where you can teach all the skill. You can do calls with them, you can do one-on-one or one-to-group, you can give them different courses in there, and you can charge a monthly recurring subscription. So they pay you monthly, maybe $20 for a low tier, $50 for a mid tier, and all the way to $500 a month to really have a mastermind group if you want to. This will be your final business that you fuel through your social media. So this is the whole business model. I explained that to you in maybe 5 minutes. You can set everything up within one day and start earning within 30 to 90 days. You just have to get one customer, one person from this whole planet to join your community for 1 month. That's all you need to just start. There are a lot of other different benefits for having a community, but the most important ones are having an engaged community together in one place. They help each other improve as well. They can have a network effect between them. So after some time and a lot of people have joined your community, the people will help each other more than you help them. So you will get a smaller share of the equation for the total value that they get, so that you can extract yourself more and more from the business, and you have to spend less and less time inside the community and work on growing it even more. That's the biggest scalability point that you have behind a community that is really valuable. So start a community if you want to have some help, and if you have, let's say, 20k plus followers on all socials combined, go to the link down below get to my landing page, book a completely free qualification call, and then we can maybe work together to set this up and get it running within 1 week. Let's do it. With that being said, have a good week. Get all the free resources you can. Check out the description. Subscribe. Follow my journey of building BMEF Media with the Brand Atelier to 100k a month profit over the next 2 years. See you next time.